This is the second part of the paint polishing and paint correction video that I put together for you. I just wanted to go through step by step on how to go about achieving some really fantastic results. Alright, so first things first, before we can really do any work on the paint, whether it's compounding or polishing or anything like that, you want to take off as much impurities off the paint as possible. Okay, so we're going to do that by just simply wiping down the surface area that we're working with. In this instance, like I said, I'm working on the left front door. You could use really anything, and I'm sure some people will tell you use a really high-end expensive item like waterless car wash to get the impurities off, but I'm just going to use my trusty little interior cleaner. I know it sounds weird. I buy gallons of this and it works really, really well. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, so I'm just going to be liberal, spritz the whole entire panel down. So this is going to give us a better impression on what it is that we're working with. And don't get me wrong, it looks really, really good. I'm sure from the shine you say to yourself, wow, this is really amazing. It doesn't even look like it's that bad at all. Here's one of those videos where they shine a really, really already shiny car, right? And it's not. And one of the things that I always do to kind of check and gauge my progress is to put a light on it, okay? Because that way you can really see the imperfection on the paint in itself. All right, take my little trusty light. I think I have to take you guys off the tripod for this, okay? So let me take off my spot focus. There we go. Oh yeah, that's much better. See that? So like I said, even though this looks like a really nice condition paint right now, you can still see a bunch of swirl marks everywhere. They're present all over the entire paint surface, okay? So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to hit it with our compound to remove that impurity, okay? Alright, if you've never clayed a car before, super easy, really simple to do. You take your little clay, knead it really, really nicely. I like to make it into a little disc. And then what you're going to need now is a lubricant to just allow this disc to slide over the paint surface, okay? So same thing, liberal. Step one, we're just going to take our little fast correcting cream from Griot's Garage. 3 little dabs. You can do more if you like, but you don't need it. A lot goes a long way. Or I should say a little goes a long way. And we're just going to cover up this surface area that we're working with, okay? One of the nice things about using a 3-inch polisher sander like this is the fact that it gets into nooks and crannies really, really nicely. So it's hard to tell, but there is a crease in this door panel. It comes up vertical, okay, and then there's a tiny crease that goes inward, right, at about almost like a 10-degree angle here, okay? So with a 6-inch machine, that's gonna be a little bit more challenging for you, whereas a 3-inch machine, you can just kind of get right up on it, as you can tell here, okay? So this is one of the trick when you're polishing or buffing or anything like that, okay? So notice the concentric circles, right? So I like to call these RPIs, all right? Revolutions per inches, okay? So what you want to do is you want to let the pad and the product do all of the work, okay? The more patient you are, the better the results will be, I promise you. So the faster you're moving the product over this paint surface, it's doing the work. It's just not doing it as effectively as if you actually let it marinate and let it take its time to kind of make sure that it gets all of that surface imperfection, okay? So like I said, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for those tight concentric circles, just to make sure that, like I said, you're hitting all of the paint surfaces to the best of your ability. Notice how I overlap them as well, okay? So it's like cutting the grass, You don't want to make one big swath right here, and then just go next to it. You want to kind of overlap it a little bit, because the thing is, you know, we're not robots and we're not a machine where we can keep this pad surface on the paint perfectly level at 100%, you know, so there's going to be some flex, okay? So that's why, like I said, for me, I always try to overlap it to the best of my abilities, all right? All right, guys, so that's considered one pass, like I said in my book, okay? So the back of the bottle says 3 passes and check your results afterwards. So I'm just gonna hit this 2 more times and then we'll check the results, okay? Let me zoom. All right, so let's get. So if you see any micro abrasion, which is okay, that's perfectly fine after the first step. I don't see a hazing or anything like that, so that's fantastic. But like I said, if you see a little bit of micro abrasion, not a big deal, because we're gonna get through those with the second step, okay? So as you can tell, this is where we kind of dropped off, and there's more swirls right there. I don't know if that's coming through or not, but yeah, so that is the side that we haven't touched yet. You can definitely tell the swirls, and then the swirls kind of go away. Okay, so like I said, for 15-20 minutes of work, that was phenomenal, right? All right, back on the tripod. Okay, so same thing. We're gonna do the second step, which is the polish, horizontal, vertical. Same thing here. I usually do 3 dots. And then spread it out. You can use the machine to spread it out, but I just like to do it by hand. Right, number 1, the feel of it. Can't hear anything. See it? What a difference, right? So just listen, okay? Yeah, so that's in the middle of the door. You can hear where all of the imperfections still live. Let's hit it with our light. Looks good, see? There's still some spots that, you know, I can hit, kind of get it really cleared up, but like I said, there's no more hazing, there's no swirls or anything like that. And as you get to the uncorrected paint, that's when you'll see all of the impurities. You know, don't mind the water spots, but like I said, you can still see the spider webs and everything that's there. Okay, so as we work to the corrected side, yeah, looks much better. All right, so like I said, hopefully this gives you a little bit more confidence in trying it on your own. It's super easy. I think it's fun, so you know, give it a try. And like I said, keep that in mind, okay? Make sure those circles are nice and tight. Make them as tight as you can, because that's going to give you the best results, okay? All right, guys. Thanks for watching.